Good morning. In video titled Machine Learning Part 3, we have seen how we'll be familiar with our data sets with the help of statistics measures like covariance, correlation, first quartile, median, third quartile, standard deviation, maximum, minimum, count, and other measures. And by looking the contents of our data set. In this video, topics of discussion are basic operations on data set, and second is the data cleaning. Basic operations on the data sets: rename a specific column or columns, or you can say variable or variables, creating new column from existing column, adding a list or new column to data frame, delete rows and columns having missing values, replace all missing values with any number or string, replace all missing value with its mean, replace all missing values with last valid observation, iterate over each element of series and perform desired action, append data sets. Next is the data cleaning activity. Let us see how will we do these activities with the help of the Python. With the help of the Python language, this is the Jupyter notebook. This is the directory, the name of the file, now these are the previous work. This is the notebook. All the previous work is on this notebook. Let us start with import SPD, run it. Next, now we are creating our data frame. With the help of this command to read our data set and store our data set into this data frame, that is a fruits. Run it. Let us see how will we rename a specific column. Okay, let us see what are the labels of columns. Now suppose we want to change this label, fruit label, to label. Name of the data frame. Next is the method is the rename. Columns equal Put label, old column name, and here you write the new column name. Suppose the label. In place. Suppose write the true in this command. Let us see. Fruits, columns. Run it. Here you can see this fruit label, name of your column is changed to the label. Next. Suppose we want to change all columns name. First is this, second is column name is this, suppose. Next is this, next is simply this, next is this, next is this, next is C. This is some syntax error. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let us see. Now let us see all the columns names are changed or not using these methods, fruit columns. You can see here. Okay. Is it clear? No. Suppose let us again change our data frame with a old column names. Fruits equal okay. Load our data set again. Let's copy it directly. Run it. Okay. Now we are going to create a new column from the existing column. Okay. New column name is suppose new color score. Suppose new color score. New color score. We are going to create a new column from the existing column. So this is the name of the new column. Now old column is color score. Color score. Okay. And suppose plus 5. Run it. Now let us see. Okay, here you can see we have inserted a new column, new color score by existing old column color score and adding 5 to these values. Okay, so this way you can create a new columns. Now you can also create a new column from more than one columns. Let us see. Copy this. Let us see how will we create a new columns from existing more than one columns. Okay. Color score. Next is suppose the fruits. This is data frame name and color score, and next is the suppose mass. Mass, here change the name. New color and mass. Run it. Now let us see fruits head. You can see we have created a new column, new color mass from existing two columns. Okay. Next is the next point. I have already told you the pandas introduced two new data structure. Two new data structure. One is the data series and next is the data frame. Data frame is a two-dimensional object and data series is a one-dimensional object. Okay, similar to a column. Okay. Now let us see how will we create a series. Okay. What is the series? Series is a one-dimensional object similar to a column in a spreadsheet. Suppose we are going to create a series. Okay. Let us see. Name of the series is my series. So So let us see how we will create a series. PD is a Panda object. Name is the series. Okay. The elements are of this series are 1, 2, 3, and you can see no values. You can see the blank. No values defined for this. Next is 5. Next is 6. Okay. And here you can also give the index of these elements. Suppose the index are A, B, C, D, E, and F. These are the index of these elements. Okay. Now here this index is the optional. Run it. NP is not defined. Okay, now in this place, suppose write this. Modify this 4. Okay, run it. Okay. Now print my series. So this way you can create a series. Okay, here you can see index is the optional. The index of one is A, B, C, D. These are the index. Okay, now again we are creating a series, my list without index. Okay, ed the series is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can take 6, one can take one more 7. Okay, without a here index is the optional. Okay, run it. Okay, now let us see. And my list, run it. Okay, here you can, these are the optional index, and here when you don't supply the index, it will take the index starting from the 0. Okay, so this way you can create the index. Okay, suppose we want to add a list or a new column to the data frame. Suppose we want to add a new column or a series in our data frame. Is it clear? What is our data frame? Rules. Let us see its column. And suppose you want to see the same of this data frame. Okay, 61 elements, 61 instances of data, and 9 columns. Okay. And what are the labels? Let us see. What are the contents? Let us see. Suppose we, okay, these are the contents. Now we want to add this list, my list, to the our data set. Okay, so how will we add a column or series in our data set? Now simply fruits, specify the name of the column, new column. Okay, now we are adding a column or series into our data set. So you have to supply the name of the column here, pd dot series, and what is the series? Is a my list. Okay, run it. Now let us see what happened. Fruit. Here you can see we have append the my series, my list, with a name, new column, to our data set, new column, and elements are 1 to 5. Is it clear? Now our next work is to identifying the missing rows and columns. Okay, for this we are going to import a new data set, and data frame is studf. We are going to load a new data set. Read Excel, name of the data set is the is2 data 1 dot, and file format is Excel. Okay, complete. What is our aim? Our aim is to know the missing rows and columns having a missing values. Okay, let's see what is the this data set, what are the contents of this data set. So how will you see? Write the data frame to df, add. Okay, these are the contents of the data set. Okay, now we are going to delete missing rows or missing columns having the missing values. Okay, now aim is to delete the missing rows and missing columns having the missing values. Here method is drop drop an A. Run this. Let us see what has happened here. You can see this is the missing rows. Okay, this is the missing rows and this is the missing columns. Missing rows and missing columns means a column or rows having a missing values. Okay, now this is the modified data frame. Okay, now again I am going to import the same data set. Run it. Okay, let us check it. Here you can see it contains the original values. Okay, next is now our purpose is to replace all missing values with a 0 or any other number. Okay, what is our aim? Our aim is to replace all missing values with a 0 value or any other value. Okay, how will do it? Name of the data frame, method is fill NA. Now here you supply value, suppose 0. Here our purpose is to replace all missing values in our data frame with a value 0. Let us see. Okay, here you can see on your screen the missing values are replaced by the value 0. Okay, again we are going to load our data set. Okay, check it. Our old data set. Now suppose we want to replace the missing values by mean value. That is how we'll do it. Okay, suppose we have to compute the mean of a column or mean of a rows. It depends of our aim. So here we have to compute the mean. How will compute the mean? The variable is the mean, data frame name, and you have to specify the column names. Suppose column name is test 2 marks. Okay. Here we are going to replace the missing values by the mean of the values of a variable. Suppose the variable is the test2 marks, and here we are going to replace these missing values by mean of these values of a variable. Okay, so we have to compute the mean, and this is where you can compute the mean. Okay, now mean. Now let us see. Okay, okay, here it is not modified. Okay, suppose we want to modify the missing values with the mean in your data frame. You have to write df equal mean. Now run it. Here you can see okay. Sometimes we need to replace the missing values with the last valid observations. Okay, let us take the case. Again use the this. Run it. Okay, here you can see missing values. Okay, again we import our that original data set. Okay, suppose we want to modify the missing values with a last valid observation. Okay, the method is df method. There are two methods available. One is the fill forward and next is the fill backward. Place equal to comma. Here you have to specify the limit. Suppose limit is 1. Run it. Okay. Let us see what happened. Okay, here you can see these missing values are replaced by the previous value. Here you can see the 10, here you can see the 11. Suppose, okay. Now, suppose you want to replace it with the previous backward replacement. Then again we load our data set. Okay, copy this command. Now, in the place of F, write the backward, run it. Df head. Now you can see the missing values are replaced by the forward values. Okay, this is the backward replacement. Okay, next aim is the, again we reload this data set. Run it. Observe the data set. Okay, now we want to check missing value condition and return Boolean value of true or false for each cell. For this, you have to call pd dot egenull. Here want to is check the which value is. Here you have to specify your data frame. Name of the data frame is 2df. Now you can see. By looking this table, we can identify the missing values. This is the missing values. This is the missing values, and all entries have the values. Okay. Next is the now we iterate over each element of a series and perform desired action. Okay. Data frame name, column name, suppose paste 1, marks map the okay. So here we want to iterate over each element of a series and perform a desired action. Here action is replace the value x by 1 plus x. Okay. In the column test1 marks 1, and this is the test1 marks 1, and we want to modify these columns by addition of 1 to each entries. Okay, now run it. Here you can see the values. The previous values are 12, 13, 14, 11, 10, and new values are 13, 14, 15, 12, and 11. Okay, now our next purpose is to add the two data sets having the same variables. Okay, what is the purpose? Purpose is to add two data sets having same variables. Okay, for this purpose we want to load our data sets having a similar variables. In our first data frame is the stu-df1. And this time data stu data 1 okay. Okay, now let us see the contents of whole data set. Okay, next these are the contents of our data set is to df1 and is to df2. Okay, now we want to add these two data set. Okay, our new data frame is to df ed cat to run it. Okay, see the contents. Okay, you have to see all the contents. to df okay. We have, this is the modified data sets having the all values of two data set. Okay. 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 Now here you can see the 15 records. Other way you can do this is to df1 dot append is to df2. This way you can also append two data set. Here you can see you can append two data set. Okay. Okay. But when you can see this is to df1 dot head it has only the previous records. If you want to modify is to df1, you have to write this way. Now write here you can see your data frame is modified. Okay. Next, again we want to append one data set to the other data set in a column wise. Okay. For this we have to load our previous data set. Okay. Now we want to append the two data frames along columns. Okay. One. Here you can see two data frame are appended along the columns. Okay. Now we want to group our we want to group the variables of our data set. Okay, for this we have to load our data set, fruits data set. Okay. Suppose we want to know the number of instances of each type of fruit. We want to know the instances of each type of fruit. Okay, so how will you do it? Let us see entire database. This is our entire contents of our data set. Okay, here we want to know the number of instances of each type of fruits. For this, fruits group by, this is the method, name of the method. Here we have specify the variable, yeah, column name, fruit name dot size. Let us see, run it. So here is a mistake. Here, the fruit apple has 19 instances, lemon has 18, orange has 19, mandarin has 5 instances. So with the help of group by command, you can know, you can make a group on a specific variables. Okay, now suppose you want to make okay. Here we are going to make a group by on two variables, or you can say the fruit, two columns. One is the fruit name and next is the fruit subtype. Okay, this dot suppose max. Depending on your requirement, your interest, you can here you can see. Here we are grouping on fruit name and the fruit subtype with a maximum values. Here you can see this is the maximum value. Okay, you can also group the same thing with the minimum values. Depending on your requirement, which type of analysis you are interested, which type of information you want to gather from your data set. Here you can specify min. Now run it. Here you can see. Okay. Now actually we have seen up to 15 basic operations uh, on the data set. Now let us go to the next today discussion topic. For this we have to minimize this. Okay. Next discussion topic. Next discussion topic is data cleaning. What is the data cleaning? Data cleaning is referred to all kind of tasks and activities used to detect errors and remove these errors from our data set. So today we are going to discuss simple errors in our data set. How will we identify and delete columns, or you can say in other terms variables that contain a single value? Next is identify delete rows that contain duplicate data. Next, delete duplicates in specific columns. Okay. For this we have again go to our let us see how will we do these activities, data cleaning activities, simple data cleaning activities. Okay. Now first purpose is to how to identify and detect columns that contain a single value. Okay. For this we have to import data set okay. Here we want to know, here we want to identify column or columns having a single value. Identify and delete the columns. Okay. Now, how will we identify? First we identify. We are going to identify the columns having a single value. Okay. This method gives you information about serial number have the 5 different types of values, roll number 5, name 5, test marks 1 has 5, test marks 2 have 3 different types of value, but test 3 marks have only one values of same type and IA has one values of the same type. Let us see the data set also, content of the data set. Okay, here you can see what is our purpose. Our purpose is to modify the column or columns having a single value. Here you can see the test 3 marks, test 3 marks, and IA has a single values. Okay, so we want to identify such type of columns and we remove it from our data set. Okay, let us how will we remove it. Okay, how to delete it? The method is drop. You have specified the column which you want to draw. Suppose the IA, the name of the column is IA that contains a single value. Axis is 1 and in place true. Suppose write the false. Let us see what has happened. False. Run it. Here you can see this column is removed from your data frame. Okay, let us see. This we have run it, but it is not removed. To remove it permanently from your data frame, you have to write this true instead of the false. True. Let us see. Run it. Oh, sorry. For true. True. Okay. Now run it. At this time, let us see. It is removed from your data set. Okay. Next is how to identify and delete rows that contains the duplicate data. Okay, for this purpose we have to load our fruit data set. Let us see contents. Here you can see these three entries, the instance number 58, 59 and 60 have the duplicate entries. Okay, is it clear? Now our aim is to identify and delete it. Okay, how will you identify it? Let us use the command, with the help of the command. dot duplicated. This method gives you information about the duplicated instances in your data set. False means no duplicate entries in the your rows. Here you can see 59 and 60 are duplicated entries. Okay. Now we have to remove it from our data set. Duplicates. Let us see. You can see 2 duplicated rows are deleted from your data frame. Okay. Next, suppose you want to drop duplicates in a specific column but retain the first or last observation in columns. How will you do it? Let us see. Okay. Next name is fruits. Let us see fruit name. Okay. Fruits drop duplicates. Okay. First in the suppose in the specific columns, let us see this first. Run it. Okay. It removes all duplicates in a specific columns. Okay, is it clear? Now it removes all records having the duplicate entries in a columns. Okay, now let us see. Suppose we want to retain the first. Keep first record. Okay, run it. Same as the previous command. Okay, now if we write this, keep last record, run it. Is it clear? These are the different. It gives the last records. Is it clear? Now come to our data presentation. So we see some data cleaning activities, columns that contain a single value, or rows that contain duplicate values, or delete duplicates entries in a specific column. So these are the simple data cleaning activities. Okay. Now these are the references. Any questions? You can ask our questions and send it on my email if you want. Thank you very much for listening and watching this video. Once again, thank you very much.